Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back. So it has been a long while since I've uploaded a YouTube video, over at least over a month, maybe 2 months now. But I'm finally back and I'm ready to start uploading again. Life got a little busy, but here I am, and I've got a bit of a different video for you guys today. So for my brother's birthday, I decided to build him a gaming computer, but I wanted to do it on a budget. I mean, I don't like him that much. So I challenged myself to build a PC that will be able to run games that he likes to play, that doesn't cost too much. So my budget was, I was aiming for around $400 US. Now I live in Canada, which means things are a little more expensive, but in the end the cost of this tower was about $400 US, so it worked out really well. Now everything on this computer is used. Some of it was bought from a used PC store. The graphics card was bought on Kijiji, and then I also bought an SSD because the hard drive that came in the used computer was a SATA hard drive. Not a SATA 2 or 3, you know, the standard, not a standard SATA 3. No, sorry, SATA. Just SATA. As in the original SATA generation. I tried copying some small files onto it and it was measuring the transfer in kilobytes per second. What I'm trying to say was it was slow. So I replaced it with a 500 gig SSD, which put me just a little bit over that mark. You don't necessarily have to go with an SSD, but it just felt right. Anyway, now I'm gonna roll you some of the clips and you get to see some footage of the computer. It's not the prettiest computer ever, but it gets the job done. Without further ado, here is my $400 PC challenge. Hey guys, what's going on? I am in my car right now because I am building a PC for my brother for his birthday. So this video is gonna be a little bit different from what I normally post. I usually do like camera stuff, things related to that, but I'm actually really big into PC and PC building and stuff like that, and my brother's been really into PC gaming recently and he uses my computer a lot, so I figured, well, maybe I'll build him one for his birthday. So I was just at a used computer store and I picked up a computer that is going to be the base for the system I'm building him. It was actually a very good deal, so I don't know for sure, probably around like $250, $275 American. I got a PC with a Core i7 2700, I believe, so it's an older architecture, but it's still a Core i7. It's pretty bare bones, I'll show you guys in a bit. It has the Intel stock cooler, a pretty basic motherboard and power supply, and then like a 500 gig hard drive. But it was a pretty good price for what I got. So now I just need to find a used graphics card on Kijiji or something like that. So I'm looking for probably a 1050 Ti used, and I'm gonna try and get that at the lowest price I can. And then I'll see what other little upgrades I need to do. I'd like to put an SSD in there, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough budget for that. Keep in mind, I do have to get a monitor, keyboard and mouse, and stuff like that. Thankfully, the store that I bought from, all their computers, even though they're used and stuff, they came with Windows 10 installed on them, so I don't have to spend like $100 on Windows 10. But yeah, for this, for the title of this video, I'm just factoring in the cost of the PC itself. I'm not really counting the monitor and stuff like that. But I do have to get that as well. All right, I'm going to bring this PC inside and I'm probably going to do some benchmarks and stuff and get it up and running, make sure that everything works, and then I will go from there. I've turned on the computer. I did some basic tests with just the stock computer the way it is with no graphics card. And then I've also gone and I bought a GTX 1050 Ti off Kijiji, which is, if you don't live in Canada, is sort of like the Canadian Craigslist, except we also have Craigslist. So I got this 1050 Ti for a great price, and now I'm gonna throw it in this system, and hopefully that's gonna allow me to be able to play some game. Now I'm gonna show you inside this computer and just talk about the specs and stuff. So this has a weird side panel. These things just pop off, and then that's it. It just slides off. So what this looks like to me is a pre-built system for like companies and stuff like that order a lot of computers for like employees, or maybe like schools where they have computer labs. This is the kind of computer I would expect to come from, because it has just sort of a no-name brand motherboard with a non-overclockable processor on a Intel stock cooler. It's pretty basic. One thing I did notice, even though it's by a company I've never heard before, there is an 80+ bronze rated power supply in here. Now it's only rated for 400 watts, but the thing is, this graphics card doesn't need any PCI power. You don't actually need to plug it into the power supply. It just runs off power from the motherboard, from the PCIe slot. So that is great. I think 400 watts is actually going to be fine for us. The one big thing that I do not like about this system is the hard drive that came installed with it. So this is a used system, and this is a Core i7 2600, I believe. It's an Ivy Bridge processor, and that architecture was out in like 2011, I believe. So this is an old system. So even if this system was built a couple years after Ivy Bridge was out, this is still an old system, and it's very possible that this hard drive has been in there for years, and it is slow. Now, I'm used to booting off an SSD, so going back to any hard drive does feel a little slow, but this one is horribly slow. Because this is a 500 gig hard drive, I might just buy a 500 gig SSD, because SSDs have actually dropped in price quite a bit, and a 500 gig SSD is still under $100. So I'm going to buy a brand new SSD. That's the only part in this system that's going to be brand new. Actually, you know what I might do? Because there's nothing on this drive other than Windows, is I might just get the product key off of here and then just reinstall, do a fresh install of Windows on the SSD. You know what, that'll probably work better. So I'm going to clean up the system, install the graphics card, go and get an SSD and put Windows on that. And then I will be back here with some benchmarks and some stuff like that for you guys. And there you go, that was my sort of experience with building a computer. I've never built a used computer before from used parts, and I think it turned out really awesome. It just goes to show you, you don't need to spend $1,000 or $2,000 to get a gaming PC that'll run games. For those of you who are curious, I'm going to put the full spec sheet of the computer on the screen now so you can take a look. But yeah, this was definitely a bit of a different video for me to make. I've always really enjoyed tech stuff, and I always wanted to make some tech videos, but haven't really gotten into it that much, so maybe I'll start doing that more. Let me know in the comments or by hitting the like button if you want to see more of this kind of content. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for continuing to watch and subscribe even over the time I was gone. Even though I think I've only uploaded 2 videos in January since 2019 started, I've still gained almost 100 subscribers since then, so that is great to see. If you're new, welcome. And yeah, that's about it. You can find my social media links down below if you want to follow me there, be more updated, see some cool pictures I post. You can also click the button down there to subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.